In the dimmest recesses of Middle-earth, where light dares not tread, ancient and malevolent creatures stir. Beyond the glory of epic battles and the beauty of enchanted realms, a darker, more sinister world exists. This is a place where nightmares walk and shadows whisper secrets of old. What unspeakable terrors dwell in these forgotten depths? Journey with us as we explore the shadows to reveal 7 of the most terrifying creatures of Middle-earth. Will you brave the darkness and confront the horrors that dwell in Tolkien's world? Number 7. Mips. Amongst Tolkien's most horrific beings, the mips stand as one of the most chilling creatures, deeply rooted in Hobbit folklore. Mentioned in the poem The Mips from The Adventures of Tom Bombadil, these mysterious creatures are said to dwell in the Murloc Mountains and the Marsh of Toad. These lands are described as damp and decayed, places where light barely penetrates and the air is thick with the smell of mold and rot. The mips are said to inhabit dark, slimy pools at the heart of these forsaken places, accessible only through winding, treacherous passages. Their presence is marked by an eerie stillness, broken only by the slow, soft ringing of an eerie bell. The poem suggests a grim fate for those who venture into their lair, implying that the mips capture and consume the unwary, drawing them into the dark and leaving no trace behind. Hobbit lore portrays the mips as creatures of nightmare, whispered about with fear and fascination. They are said to lure their victims with cunning, disorienting, and trapping those who wander too close. The very mention of the mips evokes a sense of ancient dread, a reminder of the hidden terrors that lurk beyond the familiar safety of the Shire. Tolkien's inspiration for the mips likely draws from various mythological and literary sources, adding a further touch of horror that enriches the world of Middle-earth. These creatures give depth to Tolkien's mythos, illustrating that even in a land of great heroes and epic battles, there are still dark, forgotten corners where ancient terrors lie in wait. Number 6. Tevildo, Prince of Cats. Within the horrific depths of Tolkien's early mythos lurks the mighty Tevildo, Prince of Cats. Veiled in shadows and shrouded in mystery, Tevildo reigned over his feline subjects from a menacing castle perched atop a cliff near Angmandi, a realm filled with dread and foreboding. His presence instilled fear, while whispers of his sinister deeds echoed through the darkened corridors of his fortress. Tevildo's form embodied the essence of darkness, a towering cat with bright red eyes gleaming with venom, his fur as black as the abyss. Adorned with a golden collar, a symbol of his authority and the source of his wicked power, he commanded his minions with ruthless efficiency, their echoing cries reverberating through the chilling halls of his stronghold. Yet, amidst the shadows, brave souls found themselves ensnared in Tevildo's web of malice. Beren, in his pursuit of one of the legendary Silmarils, fell into the clutches of Melko, the Dark Lord, becoming entangled in the schemes of the Prince of Cats. Within the heart of Tevildo's fortress, Beren's spirit was tested by the relentless cruelty of his feline captor. Despite being originally envisioned as one of Tolkien's main antagonists, Tevildo's prominence in Tolkien's drafts diminished over time, overshadowed by the emergence of Sauron as the primary adversarial force in Middle-earth. But what if Tevildo had remained the main antagonist? How might Middle-earth's fate have been different under the rule of this sinister feline sovereign? While Sauron ultimately ascended to become the iconic embodiment of evil in the Legendarium, Tevildo remains a haunting testament to Tolkien's early vision of darkness and despair in his mythical world. Number 5. Thuringwethil. Thuringwethil, whose name means Woman of Secret Shadow, was a vampire servant of Sauron during the First Age, noted for her dark powers and terrifying presence. This horrific creature, possibly a fallen Maya, served as a messenger and spy for Sauron. Her mastery of shape-shifting allowed her to assume the form of a giant bat, with enormous wings and a fearsome visage, haunting the night skies of Middle-earth. In her vampire form, she possessed at least 2 great, dark-fingered wings with a ghostly appearance, each ending in an iron claw, adding to her terrifying presence. Her bat-like form played a key role in the story of Beren and Luthien. When Luthien and Huan the Hound infiltrated Tol-in-Gaurhoth to rescue Beren, They used the forms of Draugluin, the father of werewolves, and Thuringwethil as their disguise. Luthien donned Thuringwethil's cloak, made from her bat wings, to deceive the guards and enter the fortress unnoticed. This cloak, imbued with the dark essence of Thuringwethil, was essential to their successful infiltration. Thuringwethil's character highlights the eerie magic that Sauron wielded, utilizing fearsome and grotesque creatures to do his bidding. Her existence adds a layer of horror to the already fearsome reputation of Sauron's fortress, embodying the blend of sorcery and terror that characterized his reign. Though her appearances in Tolkien's writings are brief, Thuringwethil leaves a lasting impression as a symbol of the malevolent forces at work in Middle-earth, a creature born of shadows and dark intent, serving the will of one of the most dangerous beings in the world. Number 4. Werewolves of Tol-in-Gaurhoth. In the earliest drafts of Tolkien's mythology, the halls of Tevildo cast a chilling shadow over the land, ruled by the malevolent Prince of Cats. However, as the mythos evolved, these dark halls were replaced by Tol-in-Gaurhoth, the Isle of Werewolves, a fortress of dread perched upon a cliff. Once the great Minas Tirith, constructed by Finrod Felagund, this stronghold became a bastion of evil, its corridors echoing with the haunting howls of Sauron's werewolves. Born from the line of Draugluin, the first of their kind, the werewolves prowled the darkened halls of Tol-in-Gaurhoth with savage hunger. Some whispered that Draugluin himself was a fallen Maya, his lineage tainted by darkness and corruption. Under the sway of Sauron, the werewolves became the fearsome guardians of his fortress, their feral instincts honed to a razor's edge. It was within the depths of Tol-in-Gaurhoth that the werewolves struck their most infamous blow, claiming the noble Finrod Felagund as their victim. With merciless ferocity, they tore through the defenses of the valiant elf, sealing his fate in a tragic display of darkness. This grim chapter in Middle-earth's history serves as a chilling reminder of the depths of evil that lurked within Sauron's domain. Number 3. Carcharoth. Carcharoth, also known as the Red Maw, was a werewolf of terrifying might. Descended from the lineage of Draugluin, the father of werewolves, Carcharoth was bred to be the greatest and most ferocious wolf to ever exist. Morgoth's intent was to produce a creature of unparalleled strength and ferocity to guard the gates of Angband. Carcharoth's size was colossal, his strength immense, and his hide impervious to most weapons, making him a nearly unstoppable force of destruction. Carcharoth was not merely a beast of brute force. He possessed a devastating intelligence that made him exceptionally dangerous. He was more than a mindless predator. He had a dark cunning and a relentless drive to serve his master's evil will. This combination of physical power and deadly intellect made him a terror to all who crossed his path. The height of Carcharoth's terror came during the quest for the Silmaril. Beren, a mortal man, and Luthien, an elf maiden of extraordinary power, undertook a perilous mission to steal a Silmaril, one of the hallowed jewels created by the elven smith Fëanor from the Iron Crown of Morgoth. During their escape from Angband, Carcharoth attacked them. In a fierce struggle, he bit off Beren's hand, which held the Silmaril. The pure light of the Silmaril, an artifact of divine origin, caused Carcharoth immense pain and madness. The light's purity clashed violently with the dark corruption within him, leading to a destructive frenzy that sent Carcharoth rampaging across the land of Beleriand. Carcharoth's rampage was marked by chaos and devastation. Entire villages were decimated, and the land was scarred by his wrath. His insatiable hunger and uncontrollable madness rendered him a force of unparalleled destruction. His terrifying journey only ended when he encountered Huan, the great hound of Valinor, who had been prophesied to meet his end in battle with the mightiest wolf. In a fierce combat, both Carcharoth and Huan met their deaths, but the legacy of Carcharoth's terror endured. Number 2, the Nameless Things. The Nameless Things, elusive and cryptic, inhabit the deepest and most shadowed recesses of Middle-earth. Their presence is hinted at in Tolkien's writings, though much about them remains obscure, hidden beneath the layers of the world's ancient and untold history. These creatures are said to dwell far below the Earth's surface, in the roots of mountains and the forgotten depths of the world. The most direct reference to these entities comes from Gandalf in The Two Towers. When recounting his perilous journey through the mines of Moria, Gandalf speaks of his encounter with a Balrog and the subsequent fall into the chasms beneath the mountains. He hints at the presence of these ancient horrors, saying, "Far, far below the deepest delvings of the dwarves, the world is gnawed by nameless things. Even Sauron knows them not. They are older than he." Gandalf's words suggest that these creatures predate the known ages of the world, originating in times lost to even the most ancient and wise beings of Middle-earth. The exact nature of the nameless things is never fully explained, leaving much to the imagination. They are described as primordial and ancient, existing before the Dark Lord Sauron, and perhaps even before Morgoth, the original dark enemy of the world. They are the embodiment of the dark and chaotic forces that existed before the world was ordered by the Valar. Their presence suggests that despite the efforts of the Valar and the heroic deeds of the free peoples, there are still corners of the world untouched by light and order. These ancient horrors remain a part of the world's deep history, a silent reminder of the darkness that once was and could be again. Number 1. Ungoliant. In the tales of Middle-earth, there exists a name that strikes fear into the hearts of even the bravest souls: Ungoliant. Born from the depths of the void, she embodies the very essence of darkness itself, a creature shrouded in mystery and dread. Ungoliant's origins remain veiled, perplexing even the wisest of the Eldar. Some speculate that she might have been among the Ainur, corrupted by Melkor in the distant past. Others believe her to have emerged from realms beyond Arda, shrouded in the darkness that enveloped the world when Melkor's envy first beheld the kingdom of Manwë. Her true nature eludes comprehension, her essence entwined with the very shadows that cloak her origins. Taking the form of a monstrous spider, Ungoliant, whose name translates to dark spider, is depicted as a being of immense darkness, her essence devouring all light and life with insatiable hunger. During the years of the trees, Ungoliant's name became etched into the hearts of all who dwelt on Arda. Ungoliant's insatiable appetite knew no bounds, and it was she who aided Morgoth in the destruction of the two trees of Valinor, the mystical sources of light that illuminated the land of the Valar, and the theft of the Silmarils. In a brazen act of treachery, Ungoliant betrayed Morgoth, seeking to devour him and claim the Silmarils for herself. Yet, even the Dark Lord's power could not quell her ravenous hunger, and it was only through cunning and guile that he managed to escape her clutches. Ungoliant's fate remains shrouded in mystery, her ultimate destiny unknown to mortals and immortals alike. Some say she lingered in the darkest corners of the world, her hunger driving her to consume all that crossed her path. Others whisper that her demise was met when, overcome by her uttermost famine, she devoured even herself. Regardless, Ungoliant's legacy stands as a chilling reminder of the depths of darkness within Arda. Her presence casts a lingering shadow, a testament to the ever-looming threat of chaos and destruction that haunts the world. Spawned from her darkness are creatures of terror like Shelob and the spiders of Dun-Gortheb, perpetuating her sinister influence throughout the ages. As the shadows of Middle-earth deepen, these terrifying creatures, from the ancient evils of Thuringwethil and Tevildo to the enigmatic horrors of Ungoliant and the Mulips, remind us of the darkness that lurks beyond the edges of our imagination. Their presence in Tolkien's mythos challenges us to confront the depths of fear and despair, inviting us to ponder the chilling question: what other horrors may yet lie hidden in the shadowed corners of Arda, awaiting discovery by those brave enough to tread its darkened paths? Explore the chilling depths of Middle-earth's darkest lore and uncover the secrets of its most captivating creatures. Join us as we venture into the shadows and uncover the tales that have captivated readers for generations. Subscribe now and ring the notification bell to never miss an adventure.